gotta give it up. And it comes back to you with time, talent, brains, money, or love. So much you can do. Design Hope is essentially an organization of volunteers, just everyday volunteers who want to help raise money and awareness for Hamilton Out of the Cold and the issues of poverty and homelessness in our community. The bulk of the volunteers are actually craftspeople and artists or songwriters. And each year for the last 3 years, we've been putting out a CD featuring local singer-songwriters. And all of that money goes to Hamilton Out of the Cold, who run food and shelter programs for Hamilton's homeless in downtown Hamilton throughout the winter months.
And play a little for me, please.
It's a direct way of helping to feed people, especially in the cold winter months. And it's easy, you know. We write a song, record it. It's no big, huge effort, you know, to do something that then generates a bunch of money and, you know, helps feed people. It's pretty simple, really.
This year's CD is called Under Angels. It features tracks by 14 local singer-songwriters. The CD just came out the week of November 15th. It's going to be carried in a number of local retailers, such as Dr. Disc on Wilson Street, Picks and Sticks on Locke Street, the Carnegie Gallery, and downtown Dundas on King Street. People can visit designhope.ca to get a list of the local retailers.
Dan Medakovic asked me the first year if I would contribute a song to the first one, and I said yes, and wrote a song, and did the same thing the second year. He asked me if I would write a song for the project, so I did that last year. And then after last year, I then proposed the idea that I would like to take over as far as producing the thing, executive producing, whatever it's called, and you know, just ask a bunch of my friends to be involved and see what they came up with. The original concept was that the theme of the CD would be joy. Because what's happened in the past, we had some pretty dark songs on there. You know, when you're trying to write about home or homelessness, you know, it's a pretty dark subject, really. So the idea was to get away from that a bit and try and show the hopeful side of it all this year.
In between them, you can do, like, you know, a little bit of those pickup riffs that you do.
When Liam Titcomb brought his song in, which is called Under Angels, just lyrically and atmospherically, it felt like all the songs somehow worked under that title.
You walk for miles down streets when you're cracked or broken like the sidewalk under your feet.
Anyone who's a professional musician in this city is probably not making very much money, and I would think that the same goes for a lot of the visual artists as well. And yet they're the first people who would happily step up and volunteer their time and their talent to creating, whether it's a song or a sculpture or another type of piece for Design Hope, which is, it really says something about the willingness of artists to band together for a united cause.
Everyone's looking, but they're not blinking. They are aroused by senses of sound and people who touch them.
I had a list of people, my sort of dream, my wish list for this year. And I contacted those people and every single one of them said yes, like right away. All got back to me, yes, absolutely, we want to be involved. The only people that couldn't do it are on tour. They're gone, they're not back till December 18th, I think it is.
People, there ain't no word. I don't think there's any words to describe.
The CD was done at Catherine North Studios, which is a beautiful studio, and Dan Aiken there, as well as his engineers, generously donated a ton of time to ensure that the recording and mixing was all done to top-notch standards.
Oh, child, I will wait for you.
In terms of the style, from folk to adult contemporary, there's some soul in there. With Harrison Kennedy, you're always going to get some soul or blues kind of feel. There's some pop in there with some of the younger artists like Ariana Gillis, whose song is just a brilliant perfect pop tune as far as I'm concerned. And then we've got some stripped down acoustic folky kind of songs. So there's a variety on the CD. We're also just launched this week our first ever MP3 download site, which is right on designhope.ca. You would just click the link to purchase MP3s. And then we have all of the previous 3 years' albums up there. Every track has a 60-second sample, and people can use their PayPal account to download either individual tracks or the entire albums. We've got visual artists of different kinds, and all of these people come together once a year to create one-of-a-kind works of art, which get either auctioned off, raffled off, or sold through various local retailers. The theme this year was functional artwork. So we really gave artists and other designers and architects the opportunity to take their artistic skills, but try to put them into something that would be practical for everyday use in and around the house. This year we've decided to combine our music event, our CD release party, and our art event into one event. And the reason we've decided to do that is we thought it would be really great to introduce the fans of the music to the artwork, and the people who are fans of the art to the great music. So on Friday, December 5th at 7 p.m., we're having an event at 270 Sherman Avenue North. That's Sherman is in downtown Hamilton. So we'll have, throughout the evening, there's 8 songwriters from the CD will be performing songs. We'll have an art raffle, and as I said, there'll be about 6 to 7 one-of-a-kind art pieces, functional art pieces that people can purchase raffle tickets for $2 a raffle ticket. There will be an auction, so half the art pieces will be in a live auction. All of this will be hosted by CBC host Jeff Goods, and if people like music and or art, they're sure to have a great evening. This is my girlfriend Betty. You can meet her at the Design Hope event. So knowing that all of that money is going directly to Hamilton Out of the Cold in a very cost-effective way, the fact that if people buy one CD, they're funding at least 6 meals for homeless people in downtown Hamilton. It's wonderful to be associated with an organization that's doing such tremendous good in such a hugely impactful way, but also in a very artistic way, and that appeals to both the entrepreneur in me and the artist in me. And in fact, I'm starting to think of myself as an entrepreneur, so you can start using that word.
And I think most people, care about their fellow human beings, and I think they want to support something like this. And there's so much, obviously, negative stuff going on in the world. The world is insane. I think people just appreciate something beautiful amidst all that,
The sidewalk under your feet, when you can't remember how it feels to be alright. Even in the darkness, you can always find the light. 'Cause we crawl, we climb, we laugh,